Hello, everyone. I remembered to turn mics on today.
Hey.
Hello.
It's a Christmas miracle.
We did it, guys.
He's a Christmas miracle.
We've done it.
Yeah.
We've gone further beyond.
I'm gonna steal that
powering
thing
up
from
today.
you. I don't know how, but I'm gonna steal it because that thing always fires me up every time.
It's just
Are
so
you
hard.
talking about his headband?
He's like, no.
No. We're talking about Servo's raid, his raid thing.
Oh, you talking about server? Because I was about to say, Jono, I'm gonna steal your headband.
No. You've got to earn a headband.
I have the music one. See, I need to find mine. I have the music one. Yeah.
You get it when you graduate ninja school.
I'm never gonna graduate ninja school.
Well, fucking get good.
Try harder.
Naruto never graduated, so I'm not graduating.
Yeah, he did. He just graduated really late.
Did they?
He graduated really late. He got his GED after everyone else.
So I'm pretty sure he graduated.
He didn't make it to the graduation. He had to go to the GED ceremony.
Yeah, he went to the GED. It still counted. He ended up becoming...
It does not count.
He became Super Lord God. It's fine.
Lord God,
they looked at him and they were like,
I still need to see that paper that says you graduated.
he is the Hokage.
Not Naruto.
I need to see that ninja diploma.
He is the Hokage. He will just write himself the diploma.
Damn, that doesn't count. That's cheating.
Just make your thing, up here or whatever,
The shadow clones. Yeah, he had enough shadow clones to do it.
Yeah, he could have filled a whole school with shadow clones.
That just sounds bad.
And he did.
Anyway, you don't want to know what else. You don't want to know what else he filled up with shadow clones.
He definitely did.
Aww.
Anywho, hello everyone. Welcome to the Remnant Gamer Podcast, episode 24.
Holy shit! Oh my god!
We've made it to 24 whole episodes.
Hell
I
yeah.
know.
4.
Straight balling. I love it.
Tufo. Yeet.
If we make it to 27, then at least we're doing better than Kurt Cobain.
Wow.
Damn. But also
that's
true.
still too soon. That's still too soon.
That's
We're
not too
rolling
soon.
in dark tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I cried that day, so it's okay for me to talk about it if I cried about it.
He has to talk about it. That's how he gets through the pain.
So before we do get started, I want to go ahead and say something real fast, which is guys, we've made it to 6 months. We've made half a year worth of podcasts now.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
We are officially half a year old. And
we've got all of our teeth now.
We can legally drink. What? Y'all didn't start drinking a half a year old. Just me.
No.
All right, then.
What?
I have concern.
I have concerns. I have plural concerns.
Just the one.
Yeah, drinking water, milk, all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, man.
I no longer have concerns. It's fine. It's perfectly
Iron
fine.
brew. Yeah, just like everyone else.
See, now you need to go make the baby brew. Like make a brand called Baby Brew.
Nani?
I'll make some baby brew right after this. Cass, what's up?
Nani?
Anyway.
Can we not call it? Let's. I just wanted to say congrats on 6 months for all of us.
Yes, Blade. It's the darkest timeline. We're in the darkest timeline.
Thank you guys for sticking with us, and thank you guys for being on the podcast with me.
Well, thank
If this
you.
was the darkest timeline, Chibi would have a mustache.
Like an evil like Snidely Whiplash.
Shit, she got it.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
All right, who are you people, and why are you on my casting couch?
Well, that one's Chibi.
Well.
He's got a mustache. Well, she had one for a second.
I shaved it. It was too much.
Too powerful. She actually killed regular Chibi and is taking her place, and is in disguise the whole time.
That's exactly what Chibi would do.
I'm blue Chibi, black Chibi, whatever like the Goku things are, the different versions of them.
Ultra Instinct Chibi.
Rosé.
Yeah, I'm Ultra Instinct Chibi.
Ultra Instinct Chibi.
Vegeta.
Chibi Rosé.
Chibi Rosé. That works. It makes me feel fancy.
And then, of course, we got Moose.
What up, peoples? How you doing?
We're doing pretty good. I'm doing good.
I'm awake.
Lat, you doing all right?
Hi, I'm Lat.
That's Lat over there. He's the direct edition. It's the edition that is direct.
Or if it's after dark, it's the erect position.
The indirect edition. You get it secondhand from somebody else. You're like, you know what Lat said the other day?
AKA the D.
Oh shit. We should get you to be sponsored by D-Fuel. I think that would be appropriate.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
But then what does the D stand for now?
The D stands for don't care.
But
Then that would be more of a sponsorship for Jack.
The no. The D stands for damn, this drink is good.
I agree.
the D stands for direct edition.
There you go. And then we got Jono.
Ha, that's a Jono.
Is a me.
And I'm here, but I'm eating a. You guys continue.
True.
Yes. Yeah.
Yas, Jono Slay.
Yes.
Yes, Jono slay.
Slade. Believe it. Believe it.
Tatsubayo, believe it. I'm Hokage.
So if you're Naruto, Jono, then who's your Sasuke?
Ooh. Asking the
Who's your
tough
rival?
questions.
That's a tough question.
Yeah. Who's your Sasuke?
Who's your rival?
All of chat, all of you are my Sasuke.
Oh, damn.
I'm calling you out.
That's a lot of emo boys.
They're all shadow clones of each other. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Well,
this is where we start.
Let's start off with the thing that we almost forgot last week until Servo reminded us again. What have you guys been playing this week?
I guess I'll start. I was playing The Division earlier this week, but Thursday, which was my birthday, I was playing Cat Lateral Damage. Yes, I'm old now, yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. How did being a meow meow cat meow? Go?
I was playing Cat Lateral Damage. It was fun. I actually liked it. It was basically like a cat version of Katamari Damacy, except instead of rolling things in a ball, you're knocking everything off the table, the couches, and making a fucking mess.
Servo's very familiar with cats causing cat lateral damage.
Freaking right.
But it was fun. I liked it.
Nice.
If you like cats, plus you get to collect photos of cats. It was adorable. I liked it.
Oh God,
and random dogs.
Problems here.
It just reminds me of the Sony event with the cat game, and I just
I know.
I want to play that so bad.
I was so excited. I mean, and plus it's an orange tabby, which is what Tobias is. So I was like, "Fuck it, I'm done. Day one, I'm playing it. It's mine."
Of all the silly console sellers they could have done, I was like, "That one. I want that one.
I want to be a Stway, yay!
I want to be a little messenger cat."
Yay.
What was that one called?
Stray.
Yeah.
Hence why I'm singing Stray from Wolf's Rain. But that's old, so.
Yeah, Stray looks fucking adorable, though. I can't wait. Like, we haven't seen anything of it yet, but I can't wait to play Stray.
I mean,
I thought that was
you don't have to
gameplay
see
footage.
anything.
No.
You can literally just walk around as a cat. That's all you need to know. Like, game of the
Solve
year.
crimes.
Like,
We're done.
It seems like a cooler version of Untitled Goose Game, which is never
Except
a
it's
bad
a
thing.
I was gonna say Untitled Goose Game was already good enough. They make a game like that, but you're a cat. Sure.
I'm in.
Done.
Yeah, I'm all in.
Untitled meow meow cat meow.
Meow, 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 meow. Me. California.
All right, what have the rest of you been playing?
Me, sir.
Great games, guys. Great games, guys.
Servo's been playing Sandwich
I
Simulator.
actually haven't played. Well, actually, Apex. Still Apex. I skipped out on my Stranded Deep last week, so I'm going to get back on my my survival grind. I'm trying to figure out. I kind of got myself in peril with Stranded Deep.
Well, you finally got the Predators.
Yeah,
Ooh, those zucchini fries?
No, potato fries.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I found the Predators, but I also got poisoned by a snake, and I'm trying to get the antidote, but I don't have enough plants for the antidote. So,
Well, shit.
And my save point is after I got poisoned. So after I die, it's just gonna start over again.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, that and Apex.
Nice. I've been on a Last of Us kick. Been waiting on the next one to come out.
Oh god, it's like next
Have
week.
you been hearing the reviews on that? Have you been seeing the reviews?
They're so
IGN
good.
is saying it's like everyone's saying it's like game of the year, like best of the game of the decade.
So,
like they're saying it's amazing.
Did anyone expect any less? Does anyone remember when The Last of Us 1 came out and the reviews were literally through the roof and broke like review records for games, especially single player game?
Yep.
Yeah. I cannot wait for this game.
Oh yeah.
Last of Us is
I guess I better go play the first one then.
Me too.
It's 100% worth it.
I was kind of afraid to say anything.
Oh, I bet.
It's a game that
don't feel bad. I
defined
haven't
a
played it yet.
generation of itself. Like it's such a unique storytelling kind of thing. Loved every second of it, and you're gonna cry within the first 5 minutes.
Bro, seriously. Yeah, even picking it back up again, I was like, oh god damn it.
My friend forced me to watch the beginning, but not play anything else. He was like, "You're gonna watch this." I'm like, "What am I watching?" And then I saw the whole beginning opening. I'm like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you make me watch this? Why?" So yeah, I've seen the beginning, but that's about it.
Such a good game. I want to play it again now. I want to play it again before next week.
There's a game store that got in trouble for their placeholder.
Accepted.
Did anybody see that?
No, for the placeholder.
No.
Yeah, they had a placeholder for Last of Us 2, and they titled it "An Angry Lesbian," and they caught so much shit for it.
As they probably should have caught a lot of shit for that.
I wonder why.
Yeah,
that's kind of off color. That's not very good.
I mean, especially nowadays, you would think, well, you can't. Well, you expect people to learn a lesson.
Are you surprised?
Yeah, but yeah.
You know.
I don't expect anything from people, and I'm still disappointed.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right.
All the time. All the time.
I don't know.
Twoo.
So,
yeah.
Moose, didn't you also pick up Monster Train?
I did, and I've been having a fucking blast with it.
I recently found out that game is multiplayer.
Kind of, yeah. So there is a multiplayer facet to it, wherein it's like, okay, this is the tracks you're going to go down. Have another player go down the tracks at the same time, and see who can do the tracks faster.
So it's more of like a challenge kind of thing than an actual multiplayer.
Bingo.
Okay, I was wondering how that works. I was like, that seems a little weird, like unless you're like 2v2 with decks.
Mm-hmm.
But even that might seem broken.
Exactly. I mean, it's definitely worth the pickup, though, in my opinion. Like, it's a really solid game. Like, if you like deck builders and stuff like that, it's really good. And I feel like there's a lot more versatility to this one than in Slay the Spire. If you played one, going into the next one, and I picked up Monster Train, I was like, oh, okay, I understand this game. But there's way more versatility. Like in Slay the Spire, when you start climbing so high, it's like, okay, I need to I need to gear towards this set of shit if I'm gonna beat this level of game. And in Monster Train, it's like you got options. So I'm definitely enjoying the hell out of it.
Good. 'Cause I knew you were hyped about it.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Jono, you and didn't you and Moose play Volcano?
Yeah, we played
Volcanoid.
Vocaloid.
Volcanoid.
Vocaloid.
Volcanoids.
Volcanoid.
In which we both had very different experiences with what that game was.
Friggin' right.
It's a survivalist game, kind of like Green Hell, but set in like a steampunk era with a volcano that's constantly going off, and you're like traveling in between locations and stuff and this giant drill. I played the game like a pure survival, run around, go shoot big bang bang things. Moose
Big bang bang.
played the game probably how it was intended to be played, where you actually learn the mechanics and you learn how to build stuff and automate things.
I'm like cutting through the drill. I'm like, oh shit, I could stack this on this, and I could make this automated. And I'm like building an automated system within our drill and expanding how many carts it has on it and shit. And Jono's running around screaming, shooting at things.
Yeah, I'm running around with a hand grenade just going. Ah!
So we basically know who would actually survive out in the wilderness.
Well, no,
And
see,
who would die.
in the wilderness it was a complete different thing, because in Green Hell I was the one doing all of the like crafting and the building and survival, and Moose was the one that was running around going, I throw big stick, make things go dead.
You goddamn right.
We flip roles for this game apparently. I couldn't figure out some of the mechanics, and then he was just like, oh, I got this. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go shoot stuff.
Right, I was like, here, let me start automating you a whole stack of grenades. Go ham, big boy.
I will gather things and you make stuff.
Fuck yeah.
It's the dynamic that we need.
Agreed.
I also picked up another new game called Scrap Mechanic. Not new.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not new. It's been out for like a few months. Game. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. The survival and the co-op mode into it, really good. I built a really janky car, and then it broke, so I built another really janky car. And we've made farms, and we started figuring out how to actually do stuff in it, and it was good. That game was fun too. Oh, and there was another game that I also picked up. I picked up a lot of games this week. I grabbed a lot of stuff. This is a roguelike multiplayer game called Gunfire Reborn. If anyone looked at it at all, it's a roguelike multiplayer game. You play as a little samurai cat. You get multiple different guns every time you go inside of a dungeon. And it's got a lot of fun mechanics to it. It's a third-person shooter. It plays a lot like Risk of Rain, but you have like a branching skill system that you level up each time, and it progresses more and more. So it was good. Nice. Yeah, it was only like $12. I was like, fuck yeah, this is a fun time for cheap. And I've become incredibly addicted to that. Way more than I wanted to.
Excellent.
Awesome. Well, let's see. What I've been playing, I've continued playing for the most part. It was mostly Modern Warfare. I was trying to get my battle pass completed, and I did, which I was pretty happy about. Got to level 100, got all the skins and the cool Tamagotchi watch and all that stuff. And then I was playing a little bit of Rocket League. I think we did. Was it? Oh, I played the demo, the like starter edition for Diablo 3, which I'd never played before. I really enjoyed that. I'm gonna have to probably buy that game at some point
for Diablo 3.
Diablo 3, yeah.
Fuck yeah! If you want to play it, I got it.
Yeah, so I'll probably play that at some point. The full version. Start playing that because I've been watching Oximus play Grim Dawn, and that game looks like a lot of fun. So I was like, all right, yeah, I could play a game like that. That's pretty cool. And then last night, even though I bought that itch.io like 1600 game pack when it originally came out, I hadn't actually downloaded any of the games yet because I was just like, there's so much, I don't even know what to get first. But last night I downloaded Tamashi, which is a super cool, like very cult like style platforming puzzle game.
Was that the Cthulhu one?
No, that's Sea Salt.
Okay.
That's the other one. So I started playing that. That game's really fun. It's like, just really hard puzzles and stuff. And then I also downloaded Sea Salt from the Game Pass. That one, you're like basically an old god who gets pissed off because the Archbishop doesn't want to sacrifice himself like you asked him to, and instead he sends people to attack you. So you make like tons of little minions and stuff, and there's like cultists and monsters, and it's all like Cthulhu based, Lovecraftian based, and it's just amazing. It's all pixel art. I love it. It's a great game.
Nice.
But yeah, Tamashi and Sea Salt, badass.
Okay.
I was thinking about that itch because we posted a few weeks ago about the Rachel bundle that they had. That was in the month. The funds were going to some of the protesters for the George Floyd.
Yeah,
but there are a lot of games in there, and this was supposed to be the year to clear out my backlog.
Nah.
I'm just
short though.
Man,
yeah,
I'm just adding more and more to it,
and they were like 10-minute, 15-minute long games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of them are very insanely short playthroughs.
Yeah.
Because I just got a Humble Bundle not too long ago, so I was just, and I have stuff stacking up on there, and it keeps emailing me. It was like, "Hey, you still have 6 more games to choose," and I'm like, "What?" I'm like, man.
You know what Jack does on his channel is he'll just give them away, the ones he knows he's not going to play.
I need to.
Yeah, it's a really good way to just allow other people to be like, "Yo, that game that you gave me is fucking awesome." I love that.
I need to because I'm getting a ton. We can give away some here too. Shit, I'm like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I definitely need to get rid of some of them. I feel bad that I'm not playing them now. It's starting to get to me.
But yeah, some of those games that I looked at last night, I was like, wow, this is just, there's a lot. Some of them aren't even like video games per se or PC games. A lot of them are like, there's one that I downloaded. It's a utility. It's called Tape, and it's basically just an organization tool for like to-do lists and things like that. It works really well, and it's very clean, very minimalistic. I love it.
Okay.
And then there's like a bunch of tabletop RPGs that you can play.
Oh
like
shit!
The manuals are in there.
I'm done. It's all over.
I'm telling you, there's a ton of them. Yeah, there's a ton of, and then there's like a lot of story-driven games where it's like one of them reminded me specifically of that. What was it? Phases of the Moon or whatever that you were playing, Jono? Where you're on the space station like over a number of days and things.
We went back
slightly.
Yeah, we went back.
Yeah, there's a couple on there that I was like, man, this looks like We Went Back, but there was one that was like a 80s like lo-fi graphics version, and there was one that was like a cyberpunk, like kind of not cyberpunk, but like retro wave almost. Like everything was just like neon, and it was very very retro.
I need the names of these because I will instantly grab those.
I will tell you. It's in that pack. It's all in that pack.
I will be all about that.
$5.
Yeah,
minimum.
Well,
or if you want to donate more. I donated $10.
Oh,
shit!
Oh, okay.
Kidding.
Paula.
I would never brag about that.
Paula. Is Jurassic Park one of the games?
Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No.
No, unfortunately.
What about Half-Life?
Nope. It's not
I was like, he's doing a cute segue.
It's not cute anymore. If you have to call it cute, it's not cute anymore.
Here's the straws, and let me go reach for them real fast.
Right.
Oh.
Please
Well,
tell me
so-
more. Those two
so-
combinations sound pretty good.
I like Half-Life. I love Jurassic Park. What if you took a mashed potato masher and you just started beating them together?
Then nothing would happen because software doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
shit. I thought that's how I've coded everything.
No, that's a lie.
Oh.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
I gotta go yell at somebody.
I know, right?
You could have warned me, but that would have been too kind.
Thank you for getting that Dreamgirls reference. I just can't hear that any other way.
So looping back into things that I've never heard of until now, and I'm very excited about.
Musicals.
Half-Life 2 apparently had a Jurassic Park mod that is going to become a standalone game.
I like this idea.
And
So is this a legal standalone game, or is it still like a mod? But because I can't see if it was a mod of Half-Life 2, isn't that? I mean, everybody knows that you mod games, but you can't, I guess, sell them. You can't sell the mod to the public or anything like that. So I'm trying to figure out how this works.
So there are some versions of like Half-Life that have become mods that have become standalones that are like sellable. Like Black Mesa was a complete rework of Half-Life 1 with the Half-Life 2 engine, and that is sold on Steam right now. It ended up becoming greenlit, and then Valve was like, yeah, that's pretty cool, we'll allow that. So we've had instances of things like that happening, and I think this is going to be one of those, because I don't think it's Valve made or Valve owned, but it is a mod that was fan made using the Half-Life 2, the source engine that we've had for well over a decade now. But it's Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
And it looked really fun from what I saw. They just showed like a training commercial video kind of thing with it, and it just kind of overviewed a lot of the park and a lot of things that would happen, and the dinosaurs getting released, and you got to run around with a gun. So, it's everything that I want in a Jurassic Park game. I go shoot bang big dinos.
Yay.
Because I was thinking you would at least run the risk into Valve saying, "Oh well, since you modded this based on our game, we own it."
Well, technically they could do that, I'm pretty sure, but at the same time, I think the modders knew that going into it.
Yeah, like they could easily take it over at any time. Plus, Valve does get a cut of the profit regardless, selling it on Steam.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, okay.
Yeah,
they'll get theirs.
So it's a win-win for them right now.
So it's a let you work for me type of thing.
Pretty much.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
I dig it.
Wasn't Gary's mod the same way? Wasn't Gary's mod just an insane mod from Half-Life that ended up becoming a full game?
Yeah. That's literally why it's called Gary's mod.
I couldn't remember if that was Valve like owned and created or if that was fan made originally.
I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive it's fan made, but
yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Prop Hut came fully fan made originally, so that sounds about right.
Yeah, the game was created by Gary Newman as a mod for Valve's source game and released in. Oh, that was released in 2004. This came out in 2006.
Yeah, so Valve is very friendly about letting people just fuck around and sell stuff from their games.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's good.
I mean, all of their own like actual first party games from them have been mods of Half-Life. Counter-Strike was a mod from Half-Life originally. Portal was a mod from Half-Life that spawned into its own thing. Half-Life,
I love Orange Box,
is all.
Yeah. Speaking of Steam and Valve.
Well, speaking of things I haven't heard of before this.
the Steam Game Festival, the summer edition, where you can celebrate amazing upcoming games, see demos, live streams, and chat with developers.
I'm sorry. What you're saying to me is not the important part of the Steam Game Festival. It's summer sale. That's the words that I'm looking for here.
Now,
right?
That part is not going to be delayed. But guess what did get delayed? The festival itself.
Right.
It was only to it was only till this week that it was delayed, though.
Yeah. So
I think it's kicking off Tuesday.
Correct.
16th. Yeah.
The 16th. Yeah.
Still gonna be around, but they're delaying it a little bit. So in case you didn't get the news, it's coming this week. And oddly enough, I was reading that Valve didn't give like a reason why, but they're assuming that it has to do with the protesting and other things that were being pushed back within the video gaming company community.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of excited. This is the first year that this has happened that I'm actually active on my Steam account. So
Same.
I'm kind of adding more to my backlog, I guess. So,
Yeah.
I was
Just waiting
pretty
for
excited.
this to be available. So
I was pretty excited to find that Ludo Narracon, I think it was called. Earlier this year, I found out I had a soft spot for narrative games.
Oh, right. With the with the coffee talk and all the other indie games like that.
Yeah.
I
So
remember that.
I'm interested to see what I find out from this new Steam.
See, you've opened the Pandora's box. You started looking at the PC games and the Steam titles, and
Don't remind me.
it's just a trickle down effect. Everything is just gonna go just straight downhill. You're gonna have 3,000 titles like the rest of us, and you'll play a grand total of like
if you ask me.
10 of them, maybe.
Well,
Yeah. All right.
strangely enough, a lot of the games that I found that I was interested in on Steam, they've also been available on the Nintendo Switch. So I wasn't exactly mad about that.
Yeah, Switch has been very good about grabbing hold of any titles lately.
Yeah.
And as we saw last week, also some rated X titles,
Oh yeah.
or rated M titles.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Subverse on Switch win.
I just can't.
So speaking of things I haven't heard of before this.
I did it. I made the segue this week.
Oh yeah.
I'm so proud.
You guys know I like my heartfelt stories. So this one was another touching one,
I
especially
really
in this
enjoy this story.
turbulent time that's out there. And it was about the two 70-year-old guys who were online friends, and they were playing 2 to 3 hours every day, and they finally ended up like meeting each other. One lived in Britain and the other one lived in California, I think it was.
Yep.
And it was arranged by one of their granddaughters, and they like ended up meeting up and becoming like real friends. I mean, I'm pretty sure they were friends before. They're spending 2 to 3 hours online every day. But I thought that was like, oh, that was so sweet.
No, that is
Oh.
that's
Getting to meet somebody like that IRL is pretty dope.
Yeah.
once you
for
form
example-
that bond like after years, and then you all see each other for the first time, then it's just like, oh shit, you're an actual person. You're not just a voice in my head.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Crazy.
exactly.
But,
And that's the thing too is, go ahead.
go ahead, Moose.
Well, I was gonna say, like, gaming in general tends to catch a lot of flack for being the antisocial, type thing. And the reality of it, at least in my experience thus far, is that that it couldn't be further from the truth. I've met a lot of people in real life, because of the games we played together. It's like, oh yeah, well, you know what, y'all were pretty cool in game. Let's like, let's go do something outside of the the virtual world, whatever. And I met a lot of people doing that, and Yeah, of course, be careful. This is not saying go meet everybody, you
Right.
like the video with.
Please, for the love of God, please.
Yeah, not
I mean,
advocate.
Vet them
just
out
go
first,
see everybody.
I mean, come on, like
Exactly.
most of us here met through video games of some nature or some form of a
Yep.
video game related like type of thing. Like if we didn't know each other from GAM, we met each other like playing games, or like Moose, I met you because you were talking about Guilty Gear when we worked together.
Mhm.
'Cause
Bingo.
games bring people together. Half of my like friend group I met online before I ever met them in person. I flew across the country and I got to meet Jack for the first time, and that was huge.
Mm-hmm.
Damn you, Chano. How dare you remind me of that disappointing time?
It also
To be
spoke
clear,
to like
you are huge, Navi. I'm a very tall human. That is
it,
true.
but it also spoke to like because I know they addressed like a lot of elderly people suffer from isolation, is where they don't get out and meet people. So they were saying that was a good deal, that they used that type of platform to meet people and socialize and then actually form a bond. So I enjoy that part of it too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, especially if they're like introverted, or if they've like lost friends, they don't have a lot, they've got like just their family or something. Like that's a solid outlet. And they were both they were veterans as well.
Yeah, they were ex-military. Yeah,
and they just kind of moved into playing games together. So like this makes sense. It was nice. It was very heartwarming.
yeah.
Happy to see that.
And I think his grandfather or his granddaughter was appreciative too, because she was just saying that it's usually more people around her age that are into games, and she was happy that she could also share that with her granddad.
Definitely.
So sweet.
It's a heartfelt story, and I like it.
Positive feelings.
How dare you
Yes.
make me feel things?
We need some of those. We need some of those turbulent times. Turbulent times.
No shit. I'll take any of the feel good stories I can get these days.
Speaking of turbulent times,
And things that that apparently Twitch hasn't heard before.
Right? Ugh.
Streamers are feeling the burn, because they got a whole bunch of DMCA copyright takedown notices in their inboxes this week. A lot of people were commenting saying that they were from the IRA and that it was mostly clips that were from like old broadcasts and things like that. I know a lot of the bigger streamers like Fusely and people like her like posted a lot of the notes on Twitter and things like that. So it's kind of interesting to see the reaction from a lot of people. I know we kind of touched on this a little bit last week, but I don't think it was
briefly touched that they were starting.
Yeah, but I don't think it was to this extent, and we didn't get to see all the conversation that's happened since then. A lot of which, unfortunately, coming from Twitch has been, "Hey, just delete all of your clips
So
that have offending
I have
material."
so much savage comments to that. Like,
I have
it's so
seen
stupid.
an update from Twitch saying that they are also that they're starting to come through people's VODs and clips now, and they're gonna start marking and
Yeah, they're
deleting
gonna do it
ones.
for you.
Yeah,
Right, which is fine.
which they should have
'Cause
done to
they've always-
begin with.
They've always
Bingo.
muted the audio on the VODs and stuff, so that's fine.
Yeah.
But this is hitting a lot of streamers hard, and whether you're a large streamer or a small streamer, DMCA will affect everybody.
Yeah.
If they find it, you're gonna get hit with it, and you're more than likely gonna get hit with several if you have any VODs in there of them. And it's not something
Why I
that
just
you
play
want.
a bunch of anime weeb music that nobody knows about.
there's one way around it.
That's why I just play a bunch of lo-fi and copyright free music.
There
It's
you
actually
go.
one reason why I always listen to foreign language music, because it's never picked up by the algorithms.
Yeah.
So
Now,
has
Ghost
anyone?
though? Ghost, they don't fucking play, man. They're savage. Their copyright team is on top of shit. But it just depends on how popular they are in the States. But
Yeah.
And on the other side of this,
Yeah.
another nice thing that I've seen is like a lot of artists coming out and saying like, "Hey, if my stuff is on your stream, it's a-okay. You have full rights to use our music on your stream." Like Magic Sword and a couple other ones that I saw. I was like,
Oh, really? Magic Sword?
That's
Magic
cool.
Sword.
That's
is one of
fucking
them.
dope. I like Magic Sword.
Yeah, that's cool.
And to be honest, what I've been doing recently is going and finding these musicians and streamers, especially people who are on SoundCloud that I really like, and just sending them a message. And I've already gotten a couple back that have been like, "You can absolutely use my stuff on your stream." And again, it's already sourced from somewhere like SoundCloud, where it's not really probably going to get picked up by something else trying to say it's something else, unless it is. But who knows?
Yeah.
Some of it's like lo-fi, like video game sounds popped in there and things like that. So I do get somewhat curious to see if what'll get popped and what won't. But it's a matter of experimenting. And honestly, I don't really give a fuck if they want to mute my shit or delete it. So, fuck you up listening to my own music on stream. Sorry.
I just get really
That's
bothered with that kind of thing, but this is from a completely different thing that's not really stream related. I mean, I get it about using, obviously copyright free music and, from artists who give the approval, but it's like even back in my YouTube days when I would do covers, I'm not playing the actual artist. I'm singing myself, but my videos would get taken down because someone else would be, oh, well, it's, whatever. But I don't know. Yeah. It bothers me because I feel like it takes away like a lot of creativity from people who they enjoy a song and they want to do like a cover of it or something. I know this is completely not stream related, but it's just I've always had issues with the whole online copyright thing.
Get popped just as easily as like someone who's playing a video game and the song in the video game is a copyrighted song and they get popped for it.
Like Grand
Theft Auto dilemma.
Exactly.
And like for me, like on YouTube, I'm not getting paid. Like
because Grand Theft Auto, you're playing songs that are like already songs from something else.
Yeah.
It's like an artist. But I'm talking about like people who have been playing Spider-Man. Like I think Lan had this problem where the song in the game from the game is a copyrighted track that's being used you can listen to it on Google Play and that.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, that only happened on YouTube. Well, I guess now it's going to start happening on Twitch.
That's like I always had the issue with YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know. Like, I feel like there should be some type of thing that, I'd be fine with paying like a fee if Twitch paid like a copyright, like I can't think of what the word is, where it basically like a royalty thing. Yeah, just like
Which
obviously, if everyone paid it.
Yeah,
if you
want to use music, your own music, we pay this loyalty fee. It's for all streamers, and we take a little cut from you.
Yeah, I'm like, that would work great. I mean, I know each artist would be different, but I mean, like, I don't know. I just feel like it's so crazy. It starts to get a little ridiculous. Like, I can understand giving the artist their ownership, but I mean, as long as nobody's saying that they own it and they're not making money from it. I mean, I know streaming, if you're an affiliate, you do get paid for it, but like, like you said, Servo, if they took like a little thing out of it, like a percentage for like a royalty fee, I'd be fine with that. And that way they get paid and everybody's fine. I
could see if it's like, for example, like you're a DJ, like you're a Twitch DJ, like you're literally using music made by somebody else to make money. So I mean, you're producing maybe your own tracks or doing some sort of music production or like even just live remixing and things like that. It's still somebody else's music, but people who do it live, they pay those kind of fees. Like for example, like Oximus, good friend of the stream, he knows all about it. We've talked about this in the past recently. Is that that's what he has to do. Like the bar, they pay to get those songs, and yeah.
I feel like they could be doing more to like give. I mean, not everyone. I mean, I guess, or you just don't play music. It's just I feel like not everyone wants to. Not everyone likes that type of music. The stuff that's available to play for free. Like if I were to do a crafting stream, like maybe I don't like that kind of music. It's not my interest, but.
Just play
well, then I
Happy
guess I just
Birthday
won't play
on repeat
music
over and over again.
Yeah, right. And that actually used to not be. That used to be copywritten until recently, actually, which was so stupid. Like you couldn't even sing it for singing groups.
It only just became like open domain.
Yeah, which is crazy. So I don't know. I'm picky about it. Just being a musician as it is, like it gets a little crazy and. I don't know. It gets way too complicated, so I'm a little indifferent and kind of wish that Twitch would kind of maybe help their streamers a little bit more, give them some options. That way everyone's happy. That the artists get their payment for their copyright, and the streamers can still use music that they enjoy to,
Yeah, or
build an environment
them ahead of time because they knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, that too.
Right. Some type of warning or something. I do know that.
Take your shit down.
Right. Well, I do know we had I think it was a video that we posted where Harris Heller, one of the streamers, who provided some like royalty-free music that you could use in your streams.
Yep, Stream Beats on Spotify.
Yeah, Stream Beats. So yeah, there are people out there that'll just be like, I don't know. Now it kind of seems like a conspiracy. Like he knew it was coming. It was like, hey, I'm gonna give you guys these beats. You might want to change up some of the music that you're playing.
Yeah, I mean, people have been doing that for a while now. Like it's been like
it's always been that thing.
If you are a streamer, you already, or at least you should already know, like you should be kind of branching out into other media, different websites, different platforms. And YouTube is one of those where they have very specific rules about what you can do and what you can't. So it was on the wall. People were just ignoring it.
It wasn't this big of a like mass fire as it is now.
Dumpster fire. Yeah. Was anybody here had to take down their clips or?
Well, I went back through some of mine. I didn't get any emails or any like notifications, but I preemptively went through and I only had to delete like 3 clips that maybe had something copyrighted in it. So I was like, I'll just preemptively do this beforehand so I don't get hit with anything.
Yeah, and this is unofficial, but from what I have understood from the people that I've talked to and the people that I follow on Twitch, basically if you're under a certain number of followers, it's undetermined what that number is, but you're basically not seen as like a
threat. Yeah, I think that always
comes. You're not going to be making much money. We're not going to.
Yeah, I think that's always going to be.
Here's the other side of that. Here's the other side of that. Is if you for some reason get hit with a bunch of IRAA notices all at the same time and your channel gets banned, it's also going to take you a lot longer to recover. So, because they're not paying as much attention to us, to those people, not to us. They pay attention to us because we're fucking amazing.
Duh.
Well, if we get banned for IRL, was that what it's called?
IRA.
Yeah, that's what I said.
In real life.
With life.
That's what I said.
You did say it.
If we get banned for that, then we're just gonna have to create some bad publicity to get the recognition of.
Nah. That just means you have to, make us some sick beats. We'll make our own music.
Hell yeah!
Turn off and slap my nips to make music.
Yeah, we can put that on it and put that to auto tunes.
Flipping the nip and the something. I don't know.
Look at the flip of that nip. Look at the flip of that nip.
I think it's such a weird timeline to be in, though, where it's like, wow, like, streamers, we finally have to ask for help on Twitch, to not get fucked over. It's so weird to actually have to do that now, don't you think? It's like never have to do that before. Something starts fucking over a streamer and then Twitch is oddly silent about it until enough people have gotten the shit end of the stick. It's weird when that is finally a thing.
Are we holding up cats?
This is her favorite way to be held, by the way.
Shoot, if I hold Tobias like that, I'll get a claw to the face.
No, she loves it.
Yeah, right.
That's the only way that she'll let me pick her up too. Otherwise, she meows like I'm like torturing her.
Aww.
I have a specific group of cats that will let me do it, and then a specific cats that I would be dead if I tried.
Well, you have a group of cats? There's like a group? Can I hold all of them at once?
I mean, you could probably get 4 of them, but Big Booty Bella is probably a little too much for one person to even hold. She's fucking enormous.
Oh, she's a chonkers.
She's a heckin' chonker. Like, but she's a total sweetheart. Though she's one of the ones you can pick up.
She's a BBB.
We need to have a pet stream, a floofer stream.
Damn it! I gotta go get a pet now.
Oh, like fuck, I'm out. Can I just find someone on the street and just pretend?
I mean, there's tons
start
of
cradling them.
Just grab
tons of feral cats and stuff out there.
Yeah.
Just grab a random kid. No, I can't do that. If we get a feral cat,
just go outside. There's a cat. I guarantee.
No, that's not gonna work. I'll violate all kinds of Twitch TOS.
Oh, there's an alligator in my backyard. Can I bring that in?
Heck yeah.
I mean, if you want to, we might not see you ever again, but yeah, sure. Have at
Fuck it.
Got it. I'm in. We're doing it.
Look, just a bit of advice: when he locks down and roll with him. Don't fight it. Just roll with him.
Oh, why would I roll against it? We're gonna be roll buddies.
Yeah, you're gonna be roll buddies for a long time.
Roll buddies for life.
We're just gonna do barrel rolls
the rest of your life.
Barrel rolls.
Not to be too heavy about it because it's still a pretty funny joke, but I know somebody that this happened to recently.
Oh god,
here in Florida. Yeah,
think I rolled on by a gator.
Oh yeah, he
that sounds painful.
He recovers golf balls from from golf courses.
Oh,
yeah, there was a gator, and he got rolled by the arm.
Damn.
Hey, is he all right? I mean,
oh yeah, no, he's absolutely fine. As a matter of fact, just real quick, this guy got rolled by an alligator. Like it happened, right? He got grabbed. Next thing you know, he's down like halfway in the water. The dude gets up and is able to escape by basically doing what Moose just said, or what I forget who just said that, but rolling with the alligator.
Right.
Gets up, walks to his truck, drives up to the golf course clubhouse, and goes, "Hey, can you call an ambulance?"
I mean, he may have lost his cell phone or something.
What a fucking champ.
The guy is a professional, is what he is.
Pretty damn much.
That is Irwin level of champ.
He's still recovering golf balls like to this day.
Oh no! I think that would have been my last day on the job. I'm sorry.
Not only did you get rolled by an alligator, but now you're like back out there with them. He sees the alligator on a regular basis.
His last day, his last day on the job, he gonna fuck that alligator up.
Your time to die.
Ready? Remember me?
Grab some TNT golf balls over there.
So you thought I forgot? You thought I forgot?
Speaking of things that I thought I forgot about, Destiny 1 content is being included in Destiny 2 as opposed to releasing Destiny 3, which I don't know how I feel about the wording of this particular headline. But
there was a lot. Like there was a big event that went on Tuesday. They had a big live stream.
Yeah.
How did you enjoy that, by the way? I didn't get to participate. Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it a lot, actually. It was you cut out a little bit there. You cut out all the way there.
You go.
Hello.
Hi.
Hurrah!
Did you get to participate in it at all while you were there live, like in the game?
I did actually. Yeah. I was in the event watching as the almighty ship blew up. and crashed down onto Earth. It was pretty wonderful. It was a 90-minute event that took 30 minutes for them to build up and wait for people to get in there, apparently. But it was the first time Destiny did anything actually like live in game, kind of like how Fortnite does a lot of their events. So for a first try of it, it wasn't bad, but I was expecting more. And then they had a giant like live press reveal that showed off a lot of the upcoming content, which is in fall they're releasing Destiny 2 Beyond Light. Next year they're releasing another DLC, and the following year they're releasing another large DLC, all of which is also going to include a bunch of seasons in between it that's going to add more content to the game. They said that originally they were planning on doing just Destiny 3, but in order to do that they would have to rebuild the game again from the ground up, and instead they want to basically continue support and continue and not lose the world that we already have, like we did between Destiny 1 and 2, where they just threw away all the planets that we already had and we're like, here's some new stuff.
Exactly.
And so basically Andromeda.
So
Andromeda did.
Yeah. Do we know, are they like, because from what I understand, in this newest expansion, they've already gotten rid of some of the planets that they had before for Destiny 2.
They haven't. No, they haven't gotten rid of any planets yet.
Have they gotten rid of the expansion content? Is that what I thought that I heard that they were getting rid of some of that content?
No, they did say that they were going to be putting some of the older content into the vault. So there is going to be a vault system that you can access to go like play some of the older stuff, which would be like a side server that runs all of the old content. But they're also going to be including all of like, or at least a lot of the Destiny 1 content back into the game. So the Cosmodrome's coming back, some of the old raids are coming back, which is the thing that I'm most excited about. And just a lot of the original content returning, and then a lot of new content being added. So in order to do that, they have to funnel things back.
Have they talked at all about getting rid of some of these super uber powerful guns that have been around forever?
They have not, and they keep fucking up a lot of like balance changes and things, and now auto rifles are too overpowered, and there's other things that are too overpowered, but it's always a balancing act. They're always gonna like balance one thing or nerf one thing, and then something else pops up and is like, this is the new fucking hotness.
Well, I mean, that's kind of okay. I feel like honestly they should do what they really should do. It's like something kind of like Grand Theft Auto 5-esque, and do where, like, for example, you get some certain like stat bonus based on the type of weapon that you're using that week. So like, let's say like assault rifles happen to be very powerful right now. Then like they literally shift the meta in favor of that, and then they shift it away from it afterwards. So it's like, oh well, like this next week it's like all about shotguns, and shotguns have like some sort of like bonus that automatically makes them better than any auto rifle. Not necessarily like to a super overpowered extent, but like metagaming wise, you know what I mean?
That would be interesting, but seeing it in a PvP aspect might be a little too toxic.
I guess. I mean, unless you're just like so married to one gun and you just want to use that all the time, but I feel like that's also a problem. Is that like, oh, my gun that I got, this exotic, you know, regardless of how long ago I got it, is always going to be the best gun, regardless. And it's just like, I feel like if they continue in that format, the game is just going to continue to get more stale. Because I really love the story, but some of those mechanics, like what we're talking about, balancing guns, it's just like, I don't know. And PvP too, because that's what I really enjoy about Destiny 2 is you just end up seeing the same thing happening over and over, especially when you get steamrolled by a group of people who are all using the same exotic or some shit like that.
Well, see, then there's also the difficult thing of like a lot of the guns that are very popular in PvP right now are ones that they had to work on for an entire season in order to unlock at the end of the season. And it's like, you let them put all of this work into something and then you just take it away would be a little like shitty.
Well, I guess that's true, but at the same time, I guess what you're saying, like, it's kind of weird to say, like, okay, like, I know you did this quest to get this really cool gun, but now anybody who hasn't done it is automatically at a disadvantage in a PvP situation. I guess it's not necessarily like ranked, but some of it kind of is ranked.
Some of it's kind of ranked.
Yeah, it just seems like I don't know. It seems like they're kind of trying to add more time to like what you have to do to get, because what I'm saying is like
you wouldn't have to grind that what long. They're doing. They're they're forcing like a very
people out there with the crazy powers and abilities that you don't have access to.
It's a very large grind game if you want to do anything PvP wise. But PvE, you can just jump into anything.
Yes, so, I mean,
dependent, of course, light dependent.
Yeah,
right.
Should be interesting.
I'm excited. But
oh my God. It'll be an interesting thing, that's for damn sure.
I've also jumped back into playing Destiny the last couple of days because of the event and because of the announcement, the new season that just released, and it's the game that my gaming group always goes back to because it's always our MMO that we play.
Yeah.
So I love it or hate it.
Yeah, I said I was going to get back into it, but I've flipped between consoles so many times on Destiny. I'm not even sure which account that they'd let me return to. Because I think it was a one-time thing that you could transfer your information over with your
nope, you can do it
your Bungie
anytime.
account. You just keep flipping back and forth whenever you want to. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I know because my buddy
the answer he wanted.
My buddy just did it like 2 days ago.
Let's add it to my backlog.
Yeah.
I'm just excited because I love Destiny 1's raids more so than any of the raids they've done in Destiny 2 so far, and like Vault of Glass is my favorite raid of all time because it had just the most fun mechanics and gameplay in it. So if they bring that back, I'll be lost to you guys for a few weeks.
I think if I did, it'd probably end up like Monster Hunter, where I'm like level 12 and everybody else is level 317. And they were like, "You haven't gotten this yet?" I'm like,
yeah,
no.
Well, when you spend 4 months sniffing tracks, lat.
Yes,
right?
That had pissed me off so bad. I was like, I'm done. I'm tired of sniffing tracks. I'm not doing this anymore. and that was the whole reason I had given up Monster Hunter. So
yeah,
they were like, "No, come back. It's okay. Just keep sniffing tracks. You're almost done." And then when I finally returned after like a year of giving it up, I sniffed 3 more tracks and I was done. I was like, "The hell? Why couldn't I see this in the first place?"
You needed us to help
you and
guide you.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
That'd be way too easy.
Blade was saying that the Destiny one has a cross save, have a 1 month cooldown.
It might. I don't know. I'm not sure.
If that's the case, I'm well over a month of. So yeah, I think I should be good.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, speaking of things that don't have cooldowns or console exchange, No Man's Sky.
Yes, the only question I have is when we gonna play.
I downloaded it last night. It's on my PC.
When are we gonna play?
It is free for Game Pass. I have downloaded it already. I'm excited. I want to actually play it, and it is now cross-platform, so we can play it across all of our consoles.
Look, all I'm hearing right now is womp 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 womp.
I
want to know when are we gonna play?
You said today I will be there in space with a ship.
And our question number 2: Moose.
Yes.
I knew it was coming to Moose.
Yes. You have something to ask of me?
I was watching a couple of old streams today.
Mhm.
A couple of old, listening to a couple of old podcasts.
Mhm.
It was a lot of yip yap going on about No Man's Sky.
Actually, you know,
Yes.
if you listen to our very first podcast, Moose has some very interesting things to say about No Man's Sky.
Some very interesting things. I listened to that
From
that
episode
podcast
1.
today.
Pissed.
I just like
Yes,
the term
so-
yip yap. Just gonna throw that out.
Reminds me of Avatar.
There's a lot of yip yap.
I've been watching a lot of Avatar as well.
Oh,
So
okay.
Moose, you gonna join us in this No Man's Sky adventure? Hells yeah. It's the only answer I'm accepting.
I'll give it a
We'll
shot.
enjoy that.
Okay.
Give it a shot.
Oh, I can't hope for anything better than that.
That's all I ask for. That's all I need.
I already own the game, so I'm in. I don't know
Chibi?
where I'm gonna install it to, but I'll download it.
Chibi?
Well, I'll have to consult Blade because he's the one who owns it. So we'll see.
I know. I saw Blaze tweet the other day when the news came out about the crossplay.
Oh, that's right. He was like, but I'm still not gonna have any friends play right here, Blade.
Yeah, I was like, right here, bam.
Let's not eat. I don't need none of that negativity. I know where you live, Blade.
Yes, come play some people up there with us.
I can find out where you live, Blade.
No, you can't.
You give me 5 minutes and a lot of alcohol, I'll find it.
Oh. Well then,
I'm not giving you my alcohol.
we're keeping Jono away from the alcohol then.
I got a top shelf full, Jono. You just let me know when you need it. I'll bring it by.
Guys, you act like I don't have a house full of alcohol. You
That
act,
and a bowl of spaghetti.
you act like I don't have a problem.
Oh, we know you have a problem.
I have
It's
a
not
lot of
problem,
problems.
Dono.
Yeah,
It's not a
you
problem,
have a
Dono. It's called quarantine.
It's called the
Exactly.
solutions to most of my problems.
see the only problem that you have is that we're not there getting fucking shit hammered with you.
Whose fault is
That's the
that?
only problem.
Whose fault is that? All of you have my address. I live on
Quarantine,
1, 2, 3, 4
quarantine.
Sesame Street.
Quarantine.
Fucking pull up.
Can you
Let's
tell
go.
me how to get to Sesame Street?
I haven't heard this song in a hot minute. I need to get
God.
back on that.
So yeah, so we're gonna play No Man's Sky. That's
We're going to
yeah.
play
I
No
guess.
Man's Sky.
You guys,
I
no,
guess.
You're playing a game with us, damn it, Chibi.
Okay.
That was easy.
Like,
That was easy to convince.
All
my will.
right, I guess.
So speaking of things I haven't heard of before this,
Oh yeah. Do y'all have it on PC or what?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's
I know
cross-
it doesn't matter, but
Crossplay.
like, I don't want to be the only console person and be the weird odd man out. You know?
I have it on Xbox and
Wow.
PlayStation.
Yeah, like
Okay, cool.
please.
Okay.
I think that's
Just
gonna
want to
matter.
make sure. I don't want to feel odd.
Like that's gonna make
Yeah.
a dip
Why?
top and
Why
bit
would
of
you feel
sense.
odd?
Cause I'm like the scrub. It's like, oh, she's the console player. Because I'm not.
That is a stereotype perpetrated by misogynistic male gamers in the community.
No, it's made by
We
the
don't-
people who
we don't
call it
allow
PC Master Race. It's the PC Master Race.
I heard my
people.
people's name. What was that?
What? Is that the call of my people?
The PC Master
No,
Race.
that's
Who
the-
sent up the signal flare?
No,
The
nobody's
PC.
using the bathroom. That's the only call of your people. So no,
The
it's not
PP.
being made right
Quick,
now.
PC Master Race, get your keyboards out. We've got a war to go to.
The PP
Bring your
Master Race.
wrist pads and other
Oh my
beard
god.
combs. That's the PC thing. Yeah.
Are we
This
showing
is
our
why-
keyboards? Are we showing
This
our
is
lit
why we
keyboards?
don't have
I
that
don't have
discussion
enough
about
hands for all
which is
these
better.
keys.
Good lord, that's a lot of keyboard.
Got a lot of fucking keyboards,
They don't
man.
make any sense. Okay,
None of y'all makes
enough
sense.
from the PP Master Race. All right.
I'll
I know,
show you my
right?
PP Master Race.
Ooh.
Wait, where's my controller? Where's my controller? Because I see a PS4 controller. Look at that, yay.
Are we console
Playing this
bashing now?
I'm playing this podcast with a controller now.
Are we
Exactly.
console bashing now?
I
I've just got a busted ass
I'm bringing
Logitech
Kitty.
controller in here right now.
am a gamer.
If it wasn't in my bedroom, I'd whip out my 3DS too.
I would
That what you
say,
calling it?
I would show you my PS4, but I'm using it as a laptop stand right now. So
Mine's
That's actually pretty sad.
PC Master Race.
Let me go turn that toilet on. Let me flush that toilet so we can get y'all's background music going. Sorry, I'm joking. I'm done now. I do have much love for all gaming.
Oh, was that a joke? Sorry, I didn't catch it. Anyway, so Magic the Gathering. Finally came out and said, I love you, Jake. Came out and said that they were going to address something that, Jono, I don't know how long you have known about the majority of these cards, but coming from someone who's played a lot of Magic, the first one on this list, I gotta tell you, when I first saw this card, I was like, who the fuck made this, bro?
Right.
So
It shouldn't be allowed, man. This is fucked up.
every
So
card
now
on
we
this
already
list are
had-
cards that
Nope.
I forgot existed, and then I saw them again and went, "Oh,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, those are fucked up."
You forget them
Right.
because it's bad. It's bad. It's really
So
bad.
I remember last week we talked about 2 cards that were banned from Magic, and that was just
Uh-huh.
because of gameplay style, right?
Yeah, those are because they were
Yeah.
overpowered.
So now they came back and found 7 more cards that they had to remove because of the racist intent within them.
Because
very
they-
much.
Why did you even
And-
create these to begin with?
Here's
Good
the
lord.
thing. It's kind of like imagine like the same issue that they had on Disney Plus with a lot of the movies having like references
Yeah.
or nuances
Right.
that were looking at them from today's viewpoint. It's very obvious that they were based in, this kind of racial judgment state of mind. And now, again, looking at these cards, some of them are a little bit more obvious than others. And
Yeah.
some of the things that, like for the first one, which is Invoke Prejudice, the art itself is, again, it's not necessarily showing something that's directly related to something that's racially what's the word I'm
Sensitive?
looking for?
Racially sensitive.
thank you.
Mhm.
But it is very reminiscent of that. And then to add on top of that, the card name and these things all going together. And then some people have even stated that the catalog number is somehow related. I feel that particular thing is just a coincidence. But
That's a bit of a stretch.
if it's not, then okay, sure, whatever. It just makes you wonder, like, who drew this? And then again, they're thinking that person who drew it, they're thinking like, okay, it's called Invoke Prejudice. So who's the most prejudiced people? They probably just directly drew what they were thinking,
Right.
and it makes sense. But at the same time, it's not great imagery to have in your game. So they went out and they said, look, we're getting rid of this, and they took it off the database. So I think that's interesting.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see more stuff like this coming down the pipeline. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff out there that everyone thought was just. It's so insensitive, and now I know a lot of people are going to scream, "Oh, we have a cancel culture right now," and no, that's not it. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that was just insensitive to a lot of groups and a lot of people.
Exactly.
This is
exactly.
much more than cancel culture taking hold. This is righting years of wrong.
Yeah, and this is something that, again, it's not something that is new. A lot of these cards were being touted as already having issues based on the context of the card, and Wizards just decided, you know what? They're not that important that we shouldn't address this issue. Just like that,
Yeah.
and so they did. Because a lot of them, again, I could sit here and try and make arguments for some of them. Like, for example, the card in prison, it's a black card, the mana color, and it depicts a picture of a man with it looks like a enchantment style mask on that's like trying to stop him. It makes your creatures tapped. But it doesn't necessarily look like a what people are saying is a dark skinned person. A lot of people I think are looking more at it, but at the same time, again, why even leave that to question? Let's just get rid of the card, and I completely agree with that.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. The one card that I did look at was Invoke Prejudice, I think it was.
Right.
And the way that is the guy in the black hood who reminiscent of the KKK. So, I mean, I've read comics for a lot of time, and Marvel has a villain named Hate Monger who wears a hood exactly just like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, are they going to go back and start looking at some of their characters that may be insensitive? I think there's a line to it. I don't that Invoke Prejudice. When I seen it, I didn't automatically feel offended by it or anything like that.
To be honest, what it looks like is an old school executioner.
Yeah,
right.
What I think it was supposed to be styled. Right. But even then, the hoods are eerily similar in. Yeah,
that's true too. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it's just like the other one, Cleanse, which again, this is one of those where I was kind of like, all right, this is a bit of a stretch. You're telling me that the word cleanse, its general meaning, is somehow negative when you're talking about in a Magic game where the white energy is like supposedly the pure, like lawful mana, and then you've got these other creatures who it's like obviously a swamp with there's like a witch and some goblins and stuff in it, and saying that okay, well this card is now deemed to be somewhat racially a sensitive subject because the text says all black creatures in play are destroyed. I mean, you could honestly they could have just changed the name of the card, and it would have been just fine.
Yeah, and there probably is a text also. They could have adjusted some of that and then be done with. Because those are the only two that I did see. The cards were the Cleanse and the Invoke Prejudice, and even though I don't play Magic, I was just kind of like, okay. But there may be some people out there who do feel a certain type of way about it, and I guess they're just taking the approach, better safe than sorry.
Yeah, exactly. And I agree with that. The imagery that people get from the picture, the text, the name of the card, and all these things, it gives you this impression immediately. And if it gives you an impression of being offended,
right,
then it really shouldn't be that way. It should at least be adjusted, or in this case, they just got rid of them, which honestly, again, it's fine. They could just make another card that does the same thing and then just change the text and the picture.
Yeah.
It's
just fine.
Now I'm going to take a swing at kind of a look. I've sung the praises of Wizards of the Coast for a long time. They do a lot of good things. To be perfectly honest with you, though, this really to me kind of just feels like a PR stunt, like everyone else is doing. It's like how Blizzard was like, oh yeah, we're supporting the Black Lives Matter, and then it was like, well, what were you doing about the Hong Kong,
right.
Hong Kong incident? And it's like Wizards of the Coast. These cards themselves, really, the only people that have these cards, for somebody, are collectors, if that, because these cards aren't standard rotation. These aren't standard rotation or anything like that. You would not see these come into play pretty much ever, except for maybe like a pickup game of old buddies who like, I've got my old collection and in the storage cellar. You're not really going to see these. These aren't public cards. I mean, it's a good gesture, but it just kind of seems like, to me, it was like, hey, how can we get woke with the rest of the world and try to gain some points here?
I don't know. I was going to ask, are the cards still in rotation? Like, can you go out and buy a pack of Magic cards and then here you are? But,
the majority of these cards, lad, just so you know, were created and released in 1994.
Okay,
the earliest one
but-
was in 1995.
Yeah.
I don't see it that they're trying to stay woke, because in this, on the same sense, you have actors that are being fired for tweets that were put out 10 plus years ago.
True.
So
Okay. All right.
I
I
kinda-
can see that angle.
I can see it because it just happened recently. The I don't know if any of you guys watched Flash on WB,
I did for a
Yeah,
while.
I heard
but
about
the
that.
the actor who played Ralph Dibny, the elongated man, he made some misogynistic tweets a couple of years ago, and he even came out and apologized about it. And he was like,
Right.
"This is not the person that I am now. I've grown as a person since then. I'm not making any excuses. I just want to let you know, back then I was in a different mindset," and they still fired him for it. So to me, I see it as Wizards saying, "Oh shoot, we did do this. Let's get in front of it before somebody else says, hey, we found these old cards that Wizard made," and then you have another uproar in your hands.
Yeah, I mean,
That's true.
people.
You know what?
And
I can
again,
see
you
that
never know on the
angle.
internet, but people were saying things like about these cards, and in the past too, before this whole thing came up where they were banning them, that somehow the artist who created the art and the people who put the art with the card, because I don't know if you guys know how the cards are designed, but the way that they design them is they come up with the rule text first. It's just basically just rules, and then they basically get all the testing done so that they can word the card properly, and then they name the card and assign it a mana cost, and the last thing that
You cut out there, but yeah, the last thing
We
that
lost
happens
you.
is they get an artist to.
they get the artist, yeah. And I think that that's somewhat important because you've got a lot of people who are looking at this situation as, oh, well, Wizards of the Coast is just trying to hide the fact that they projected their own racism onto a Magic card. When I feel like, again, that's not necessarily the case.
Right.
These
then-
things all are different things. Not only that, I'm not sure how long ago they started doing this, but they also commissioned multiple artists for a lot of the different cards.
Right.
Mhm.
And so, I mean, it's a combination of different things like that. But I have to agree with what you're saying, Lad, is that it doesn't just go away. Like those cards, even though they were made a long time ago, they have to kind of step up and say, look, before anyone else says anything to you, we just want you to know that these cards are out there, and if you see one, we don't like them either.
Don't use it.
we got rid of
Right.
them.
Right.
So,
Right. Because
you
just
can't
like
do
you
what was
said,
made, all you can do is say, hey, like this is our stance on them now.
yeah, and just like you said, that not to like keep going back to comic books, but they commission artists as well, and some artists will sneak their personal messages into the art. It doesn't have anything to do with the company, but there's some things that just slip by editors, and they're like, "Oh shoot, we didn't know this was here. Now we have to recall all of this stuff."
Yeah, and I would be interested to know like what the artist thought, about this whole issue. And maybe some of the editors who oversaw this project, because these people are still around for the most part, hopefully. And I would like to see what their opinions were about that. But anyways,
Yeah.
Moving directly along, we found out that was was it yesterday? The EA announced the Star Wars Squadrons.
Yes.
Was it really an announcement? I mean,
It was a tease,
Yeah,
but we will
It was
get
like,
the full reveal on tomorrow.
yeah, because wasn't it a
Right.
leak, and then they were just like,
yeah,
we are making another Star Wars game.
Yeah.
Surprise!
So for those of you who don't know, the Squadrons games, similar to like Rogue Squadron and all the old like flight type of like X-Wing fighter games, EA is making a new game that is just titled Squadrons right now, and we'll get the full reveal of it tomorrow with a trailer, hopefully.
Woo!
I'm
Yes.
hoping that it's going to be like an evolution of Rogue Squadron.
I was going to say,
Me too.
I was going to say, there's been
beyond that.
tons of people calling for another Rogue Squadron.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
So there's confirmed 2 Star Wars games in development right now, which is Jedi Fallen Order 2 and Squadrons.
Yep.
Right.
Those are the only 2 that we know of.
So, and not only that, but they're saying they're going to show this trailer on Monday, and then hopefully at the EA Play that's going to be later this week on Thursday, we're going to maybe see even more.
All right, I'm like Blade in chat hits it on the head there. Blade says all I saw was the return of X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. I fucking agree. Agree. God, that game was great.
And I mean, they had a small snippet in Battlefronts 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And I had a friend who would. That's the only reason he bought the game. He didn't play anything else except for the Squadron, where you can fly the X-Wings and the A-Wings. And I'm just like, dude, I mean, enough already. So,
I mean, I bought it for the single player campaign in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
he at least did
care
that.
for flying games. It doesn't matter what it is. I don't know. I get bored with it, so I'm not too.
That's okay.
But Chibi, you haven't flown an X-Wing.
You might try it, and you might find that you like those kind of games now.
You gotta do a barrel roll.
I didn't know I like
Maybe.
narrative. I didn't know I like narrative type games, but now I have 4 or 5 of them on my Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He didn't know that he was interested in survival games, and look at him now.
Damn you, Jono.
I mean, I didn't like them back then, so maybe my interests have changed, but I wasn't a big fan of Rogue Squadron and all that stuff back in the day, but we'll see. We'll see. I like Star Wars, so I'll be open-minded.
Yeah. So
to continue the reveal train that we're on, when I saw this, I wanted to try something. You guys tell me what you think, because I'm just going on the fly.
I'm excited.
Sure.
There's 26 games that were announced during the PS5 reveal.
Yes.
So what I'd like to do is I'd like to just go down the list real quick and name them all, and we'll just get a quick yay or you guys just do whatever you want, and we'll give kind of an audio reaction.
Everything.
Or that, yeah.
Sure.
I'm a fan of this system.
To start, we got something that's coming back, which is Grand Theft Auto 5 / Grand Theft Auto Online. They're going to be released as, what I understand, 2 separate games.
I'm disappointed we didn't get to see 6.
I agree with that. From what I understand, they're trying to keep that as under wraps as possible, or at least I hope they are, because they've got to be working on it.
Oh, absolutely.
I would hope so.
So if the things that we've seen so far, it's been a lot of rumors and things like that. But I mean, GTA 5, great game. GTA Online, super fun. If they bring it to the PS5 and they add things to it, then hey, I'm in for it.
They did say that they were going to be adding stuff into the single player. That was one of the things they did say that was going to happen.
But I'm kind of on the same thing with when Skyrim came out again. I was like, really?
Now you can play Skyrim on your toaster.
Yeah,
right.
Get fucked. I'll try and go through these a little faster. Second game though was Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yeah,
That's gonna look so dope.
It looks so good.
It is confirmed that is not. It's not the sequel to Spider-Man. It is its own game.
Yeah. I've seen mixed articles about whether it's standalone or whether it's an expansion or whether it's a DLC.
They confirmed that it's standalone.
Yeah, I also seen the confirmation that it was an expansion as well. So I'm still
down.
No, we already had. We already had a Miles Morales DLC though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's a standalone. I'm hoping for it to be a standalone.
I mean, supposedly it's confirmed, but see. One that was already mentioned in chat, I'm going to skip all the way down, was the Demon Souls remake that's coming out.
That is why I'm wearing my Bloodborne shirt right now.
Oh, yeah.
Man, Blade and I were watching that, and he's like, wait, is that Demon Souls? Wait, no. I think it's Demon Souls. When he saw the freaking dragon, he's like, that's fucking Demon Souls! He was so excited. Oh my god.
I want you to know
I've never seen a happier person.
that when that announcement went off, I had 7 people message me going, how bad are you freaking out right now?
Right.
Are you okay, John? Are you okay?
Everyone knows how much I love FromSoft.
Mm-hmm.
So soft.
from software. One that I was particularly excited about when I saw it was Gran Turismo 7.
I'm not a racing guy.
I'm not a racing game person either.
True sequel to the past Gran Turismo game. When when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, please let it be like GT 4. 4 I think was probably the last best one that I played. And then we had Ratchet and Clank.
That's gonna be fun.
I actually was very impressed with that.
Yeah,
same.
I'm on board.
It looks very good, considering
We're
like
gonna get a girl.
the last game we got was
Yeah.
True.
What did everybody think about Project Athia or Athia?
It looks pretty dope.
I mean,
That was the Tomb Raider meets.
I thought it was going to be a new Tomb Raider at
that
first.
was
I was like,
when I first started
shit.
playing it, I thought it was a Tomb Raider.
Yeah, it looks
it's like a
it's gonna be
supernatural feel to it.
World, kind of
like supernatural Tomb Raider. Yeah,
action RPG, like Horizon Zero Dawn kind of style.
I was thinking Uncharted meets like Infamous in a way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean it could very much be something like that. Stray, we already talked about. I think everyone's excited about Stray.
Oh yeah, come on. Listen, when they opened up with homeless robots that were just on the street, and then a bunch of like other robots that like thought they were peoples, I was like, okay, this is normal. I'm in.
Like I can be about.
I mean, the whole time I watched that, I'm like, wait, we're focusing on the cat. We get to play as the cat, don't we? I'm like, we get to play as the fucking cat. I'm so excited.
100%. There.
Sackboy, A Big Adventure.
I am stoked.
Oh, it's cute. I'm excited.
Love Little Big Planet so much.
Me too.
I've wanted more Media Molecule games.
Yeah.
That game was super solid. I skipped one. Returnal.
I don't remember which one that one was.
Me neither. It was kind of.
It's the one that the woman who had like 2 colored eyes, and it looks like she keeps dying and coming back. It looks like a space game.
Oh, I actually was.
It was like I thought it was. I jokingly was gonna be like, "What is this? Freaking Death Stranding 2? Like, what is this?" I was so confused.
That was the Groundhog Day game.
Yeah.
That one actually was like okay, but I didn't like the name. That's why I forgot the name.
The name seemed kind of derpy.
Yeah,
it's really on the spot, like the nail and the hammer, just Returnal.
Murder.
Destruction All Stars from someone who plays Rocket League looks cool.
Pretty fun.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
I can't wait to try it. Like
was
I know
I'm going to the new Twisted Metal.
Yeah, that's the one that looked
like Destruction Derby.
Kind of like that. Yeah,
it was a Twisted Metal Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching that. Like, okay, but we can't get a new Twisted Metal. Why?
I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll put some DLC in it or something. It is going to be on PlayStation 5.
It's because the PS3 re-release of Twisted Metal didn't do great.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
I think people were maybe a little over it.
I'm kind of over it.
Kenna Bridge of Spirits.
I am excited about that game.
So for it. Like the environment and the music is dope. Like I'm excited.
It was so Studio Ghibli in the best ways. And then it turned into like a Breath of the Wild combat and like action system.
Right?
And I was like, no, that's all I need.
It looked really cool.
Okay.
It almost had like elements of Pikmin in there too.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What about Goodbye Volcano High? It looks like kind of like a short story.
I to cry at that. Like I don't. If they're going the way I think they're going with this, I'm like, why would you do such a thing? Why would you make a game that's just meant to break my heart? Like,
I still think the most fucked up thing about that trailer is the fact that the logo has a meteor crashing through it,
right?
And you just know that they're dying in the end.
Why would you do this to me? It's like freaking Degrassi. I don't want this.
I mean, it is a cinematic narrative game, and I have found a newfound respect for narrative games. So
Hell yeah.
I might give that one a try.
You should play Life is Strange.
I'll pass. Thank you.
Why not?
Thank you.
But it's so good.
I'll pass. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm right there with you.
That was episodic Telltale, right?
It was episodic, but it wasn't Telltale.
Okay, it wasn't Telltale.
It was the one thing that they didn't do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Episodic.
But it was very good.
Blade says the subcaption is "Love like the world is ending."
Yep.
Right?
Because it is.
Yeah, and from what I understand, this game carries from a cis white male carries a serious amount of queer energy, and I found that the more games I play that are described that way, the more games I'm finding that I really enjoy. At least for that reason, they've just got like a nice wholesome feel to them. Like you can really play a game and like get to understand characters, because I feel like moreover what that means is that the characters actually have developed personalities more than really anything else.
You may stand a game where characters have depth?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of games
right, not in this dojo.
Or when they do, they're just kind of ignored. Whereas when they do have that nice feel, like the characters have a nice amount of depth to them, people tend to call them by that, and I think that's interesting. But also a good way of determining whether a game is going to be good or not. There's a lot.
That's how I felt about Gone Home. That game like had this weird depth to it that I did not expect, and I was like, "Wow!" It kind of hit me in the feels, real good.
I forget who I watched play that game, but it was pretty good like that. Anytime you get into that kind of narrative, those are always good because you get more feeling out of it. What about Oddworld Soulstorm?
I'm about it. I love the Oddworld
Did you play
titles.
the old one?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say I never got to play any of them.
I loved Abe's Odyssey.
Okay.
Stranger's Wrath was all right, but
yeah,
just Abe and Munch, I love them so much.
I always wanted to play them, but they always kind of creeped me out as a kid, and my mom was kind of, I don't know. I feel like if I'd wanted to get it, she'd been like, no, that looks a little much for you.
I love that the trailer was like portrayed as like a kind of horror-esque kind of thing, but those games are the goofiest and silliest platformers you will ever play.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, but this one looks pretty dark, man.
Yeah, it reminds me of you guys remember Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver?
Oh hell yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All day.
Freaking love those games, and this is kind of like it's reminiscent of that. I kind of wish I had tried the older ones, but
they were all equally like dark, but fun dark, because they'll like poke comedy and like slapstick humor into it and everything, but they'll have like Abe basically destroy his entire body and then get reborn into something else, or they'll be like, feed all of your friends into this machine and maybe we'll power something.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I love it.
The next one I am fucking like losing my mind about because I didn't realize how cool it was gonna be. Ghostwire Tokyo. Like,
that looks pretty dope.
My
the preview, I was like, I already know what this is. I'm already here for this, and now you're showing me even more content that I'm here for. How the fuck? Like, I thought I was excited about Cyberpunk, which I still am, but this, holy shit!
It looks pretty dope.
Stoked.
It's like
completely agreed.
It's like BioShock and then like pure horror combined into this like boogie pop dystopian crazy Tokyo future.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm very about this.
It's gonna be sick.
I'm so hyped.
And then you have this kind of crazy like space game, Jet the Far Shore, which it looks like it's gonna be really dope. I mean, some of the scenes that they had in the little preview trailer were really cool, like these kind of like drab, like distant worlds with like weird creatures, and it's got like this really super tech feel to it. Was that the one that was
it looked like a 2D game in a 3D realm?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, that one
what was the game name again?
Pretty interesting.
Jet the Far Shore.
So I'm like trying to remember this one.
It piqued my mind.
It was very like moody.
Oh
like,
yeah. It's like you almost like you're it was like Civilization, but with space. You're like basically restarting the world or something. I don't know. It's interesting.
Right. You're like, the way it's described is you're carving a future for people haunted by oblivion, which is an interesting way of putting it. But yeah, you get to be the scout and you do all kinds of different things like deploying different
cats.
Yes.
I'd be fine with that.
Anyways, but yeah, it just looks really good. That's kind of what excited me about it. Then we had Godfall. I don't remember.
Okay, so this one was
We've seen Godfall before.
We saw Godfall at E3 last year because they had like this really nice looking trailer, but then they showed this and it was 100% like a gameplay trailer.
Okay.
It was just all action and they put it to like this upbeat music and everything. I wasn't wowed.
I was indifferent about it, but it seemed definitely very battle royale like, and I was just like,
Okay.
Yeah, I was more excited about the reveal at E3 than I was of this.
Yeah, I was not like completely wowed by it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Solar Ash trailer. Solar Ash trailer. I'm looking at the trailer right here. But Solar Ash, which I didn't realize, but it was made by the same people as Hyperlight Drifter.
Yep.
Yeah, it said it at the very beginning. I was like, the minute I saw that, I was like, oh shit! I have like a bunch of friends who are gonna lose their minds.
I was kind of skipping the announcement earlier. I didn't get to see that part. But that's fucking awesome.
It looks very Hyperlight-esque, and
it does.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm about those live.
Any Hitman fans?
I am up and down.
Oh, that would be Blade. Blade was super excited for that. He's like, "Whoa!" He's waiting for another one. But I don't know what they mean by this. Like, are they gonna? I kept swearing. It sounds like they're gonna kill him off or kill somebody important. Like, it's the end of something.
Yeah.
It's just the end of the international espionage saga. That's it.
Maybe.
That's, you know, you can't kill Agent 47. Come on.
But can you? I don't know. Maybe.
Many people have tried.
You know? Yeah, exactly. And then Astro's Playroom is it was a free game that's coming out, and it looks like it's a platformer.
I don't know why we
Blade
keep
was
getting
super
those.
excited about that. Blade loved that game. What are y'all talking about? He said it was super cute and super fun. So I don't know. I haven't played it myself, but he had fun with it.
It looks like a promo game, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what it was originally.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's interesting. But Little Devil Inside,
I am so in for that game. It stole my heart so fast.
Oddly enough, when I looked this up, after I saw that little clip, I was like, okay, because this looks like something that maybe like Batsy would play. So I wanted to show it to her. And the first thing that popped up was that I guess they had to change some of the designs in the game because a lot of people thought it was racist.
Yeah, I saw that too. The developer already came out and promised some changes because of allegedly racist designs. So,
okay.
So I guess you're gonna have to wait and see what changes are made. I mean, sometimes that destroys the game.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even see anything that I recognize as anything like that. But it looks it looks like an adorable little Monster Hunter-esque type of game.
Yeah,
and I enjoy Monster Hunter stories.
Mm-hmm. This one looks a lot more like what's the word I'm looking for? Not cutesy, but it's like a little more
chibi,
simplistic. You know, like no, it's like not even really pixel. It's like I don't know. It's got that like Wallace and Gromit type feel to it.
Yeah,
It's animation, but it's got that kind of look. Like everything's got that real looking feel to it.
Kind of like a Coraline type of thing. Like
yeah. Out of like this weird material. I always like that look. And then of course we got NBA 2K21. Does anybody in our group like really play the sports games?
No.
Sports ball.
Really. I mean, the graphics look dope, but I don't touch sports games. They're a dime a dozen, so no.
Yeah. I'll play the absolute hell out of some NBA Jam, like an NFL Blitz.
I still have a problem with the sweat and the like the covering sweat on him that looked like the Venom symbiote the whole time. It bothered me. I was like, why do you have the Venom symbiote?
I can only play a sports game. I can never play a sports game unless it has the ability to do boom shakalaka laka. Like if they don't have that, I don't want to play it. I'm not playing it.
He's on fire.
Otherwise, what's the point? Like, no, I can't. It's too boring.
And then next we had, this one was made by the same people who made Octodad. And I thought
The game looks fucking weird.
It is weird, but I thought for a moment that it was another Viva Pinata, and I was like, and then I was like, oh wait, this is not at all that.
I was like, oh, thank God.
Bug Snacks. This game.
I thought they were calling it Butt Snacks at first. I was like, what are they saying? What is this game?
This game is going to haunt my soul.
Butt Snacks.
Excellent.
This is pure nightmare fuel.
Yeah. It's so creepy in the most disturbingly weird way. And then the very end, how they left that weird cliffhanger. I'm like, I don't like this. This is like creepy, man. You are what you eat.
I don't
know.
I don't like it. I don't
like it either. No.
Butt Snacks.
Butt Snacks. 2020.
I mean, the character had like an accent, so I was like, what is she saying? Is it bug snacks? Butt snacks? What is she saying?
Give them
like everything was a bug, so I'm like, okay. When they actually had the title come up, I'm like, oh, thank God. Okay. I was like, how did this get past a quality control thing? This is very bad.
Coming holiday 2020, Butt Snacks.
I'm like, is this one of those weird, like, rogue, not safe for work Steam games that kind of got pushed through somehow? Like, I don't know how this got through. Creepy.
And then we've got Deathloop, which I think they showed at E3 last year. And this game looks like it's getting better. It's the one that's like it's a
very
1v1.
Dishonored.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
1v1 game where when you die, you basically get to retry, like from that point, like with that information that you've now gathered from the person killing you, you get to like kind of redo that map.
It seemed like deathmatch in Overwatch, but just continual.
Yeah.
Like, you just keep going until you rage quit and break your TV.
At first you don't succeed, die again. So I thought that was
I was like, wow, that's not very positive. They're already expecting me to die. Like,
well, I mean,
they don't have much confidence in me.
That's like the strat is that you have to die to get better, I guess. And then of course we have the Resident Evil Village.
Yeah. That looks so freaking cray-cray.
Absolutely looks so cool.
That was the best double bait and switch trailer I've ever seen.
Right? I was like, are we fucking going back to the Ashfords? Like, what are we doing? I don't know what we're doing, but I think we're going backward, like full circle, and I'm so fucking excited.
It started in like this crazy, just village horror looking thing, and then all of a sudden I see like a flash of a symbol that's etched into a statue that looks like the Umbrella Corps logo, and I'm like, that's the Umbrella, that might be, maybe. And then they start showing more horror, and I'm like, okay. But then they start showing like the fucking Wesker Mansion, and I'm like, this has got to be Resident Evil. And then Village pops up on the screen, and I'm like, oh, okay, no, I'm just wrong. Oh, fuck, it's Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Man, like Chris, like, but see, man, when they did that trailer though, I'm like, so he killed what's her name. So that leads me to think that after he left them in that helicopter, or if you get the good ending, in the helicopter thing, like clearly something went wrong. If you haven't played it by now, that's not my fault. But clearly something happened. Something came with that girl, like the what's her name? Ethan's wife or whatever the hell her name is. Whatever that girl is.
Maya?
The cray girl that somehow didn't die because she's
Maya.
like. Yeah. Maya, yeah. Clearly, something went on with her. Something carried on with her. So I'm excited. I want to see more. I need more.
And then can we talk about just super fucking grizzly, buff looking, fucking Chris Redfield?
Really, he's not like roided out anymore. He's a little bit more normal, like a little less.
But like,
he's not Resident Evil 5 roided,
But the picture they showed for like the reveal, he went from punching boulders to becoming a mountain. His face was just shaped into the side of a mountain. Can we have more of a meme character?
He is the Rock.
Ever?
He is the Rock.
Chris's mountain.
Mount Chris.
After that,
Mount
they had
Redfield.
Pragmata, which looks like a moon version of Death Stranding in a way.
Yeah,
Is
it
that
does.
the one where like they took the
it's
little
certainly
android
interesting,
girl and then jumped up to the moon? Okay,
Yeah.
that one confused the fuck out of me, but I was interested.
Pragmata, I was like, while I was watching, I was like, is this another Metal Gear game? What is this? Like,
Right?
it
Kinda
seemed very
looks like
weird.
It's like
It really
that same
freaking
style.
does.
It's made by Capcom, so
Very Kojima-like to me, but
you're gonna
I don't
see
know.
that kind of like look to it. But I mean, it looks to be like in the near future or something. It's definitely gonna part of it's at least gonna be on the moon, and it's supposedly some sort of drama game. I don't know. They haven't really said much more about it, but it looks cool, so I'm all about that.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
the actual like graphics and things for the trailer that we got were absolutely gorgeous. Like that was stunning looking. So, and plus Capcom's been on a really, really good streak lately. So I'm a little more enticed to look at anything they do right now.
I mean, I don't know if you guys saw some of the screen grabs and stuff from that game, but there's one that's it's literally a building with like the wires coming out of the building, and it's like it's almost like a monster that's erupting out of the cityscape itself, and it's like just this twisted monstrosity of cabling and a skyscraper structure like walking through a city.
That's pretty cool.
It looks pretty insane. I don't know what that's all about. But one thing that I mentioned a little bit ago was Horizon Zero Dawn, and then of course they've got Horizon Forbidden West, which is coming. So I'm gonna need to play the first one because I haven't played it. But this one,
Blade was very excited and like all emotional. He was very excited about
the
that.
first one, and I felt like it was a very underrated game for what it was, because it released alongside Breath of the Wild, and Breath of the Wild took all of the awards and all of the trophies, but Horizon was fantastic. That was
So it seems.
That was such a good like single player exclusive title that I don't know why that game has not been like boasted more.
Yeah.
Well, here's your chance.
Yeah, I think it did definitely get a lot of accolades in like a lot of different gaming magazines and stuff when they did like end of the year stuff. So I think it definitely did get some credit later, but I think at the time it didn't. It's definitely getting more as it progresses. So it's just a late bloomer, I think.
Yeah. It had the unfortunate of being in the shadow of Zelda.
Yeah. It's a grower, not a shower.
Oh, all right.
Not to mention that I loved Aloy as a character. Like,
oh yeah,
Aloy is a fantastic protagonist, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm just glad you're not calling her Alloy like some people.
No, I know what her name is.
Hear that,
I played
like
the game.
Aloe?
Aloe vera.
Aloe vera.
Aloe vera.
And then I'm just going to directly segue into the last thing here because we're approaching 2 hours on the podcast.
Yeah,
now.
we're a little over now.
Yay!
The gaming show for this year, I was pretty hyped to see some new stuff. It looks like they're gonna come out with some really interesting things. I'm gonna post the link in the chat for anyone who's interested, looking at all the different things that they put up there. But Total War Saga Troy was one that really piqued my interest. That Total War Saga, the first one was really interesting. They of course They've got Remnant from the Ashes is coming out with a big DLC. I don't know if you guys tried that one, but it looked.
I feel like we should play that.
They've got
That damn game. That damn game has caused me so much gruff, and not from playing it. It's just whenever I search our YouTube channel, it pops up, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
Did you mean Remnant from Ashes? No.
No, I did not.
I'm still surprised and impressed that like Torchlight 3 just popped up completely under the radar at that show and then was released that same day, which is exciting. It's early access right now, but they're like, hey, just in case you didn't know, we were making Torchlight 3. Here you go, have fun.
There you go.
Squibble likes Torchlight 2, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, no, it's a very Diablo-esque game. And it looks like they've done a lot to enhance the game from what Torchlight 2 was to this one.
Yeah. Torchlight 2 was basically, it's kind of if you're looking to get into ARPGs, Torchlight 2 is basically the midpoint between Diablo 3 and Minecraft Dungeons.
That makes sense.
And then you've got Neverwinter.
Yeah, and there's that. And then you've got Path of Exile off there in the fucking distance being crazy as hell and just doing its own thing.
Hey, did you want to make Diablo 3 even more complicated?
God,
yes, I do.
Good Lord. I've given that game an honest try. Path of Exile, I've given it an honest try, but oh my God, it's like, oh yeah, the first time I saw it, oh yeah, here's how you expand your character, and then it's just you start zooming out and zooming out, and it's the web of selections, and it's just like, oh, it's still going. Oh my God, stop!
No, I don't want to grow that much.
How much life have you got left to give?
God, right? It's fun,
you don't need to work.
My God,
I mean,
who needs bills?
Yeah.
And then real quick, just to mention all the other trailers that are on there that I thought that were interesting. Humankind, which is being made by Amplitude. That looked pretty interesting. And then there was, I'm just going to read them. Valheim, Ooblets, Elite Dangerous. I don't know why they showed a trailer for that.
Ooblets. The game that will never release.
In Sound Mind, Blightbound, Airborne Kingdom, Dwarfheim, Humankind, Godfall, Blanco's Block Party, Inculinati. I'm not going to read all these. You guys can go check them out. The link is in the chat. What's called Story of Seasons, Metal Hellsinger. They're remastering Shadow Man. There's a bunch of crazy shit in there. There was one that I saw that I was like, wait, someone's going to say something if I mention this. Oh yes,
right.
Surgeon Simulator 2 is coming out.
Yo, I'm all about it. I'm all about it.
So when do we want to do a two-man Surgeon Simulator stream?
I'm like, wasn't there a game on the 3DS about surgeries? You know?
Oh, nothing is like Surgeon Sim.
No, Surgeon Sim is just wonderful.
That is,
oh God,
a beast of its own.
I love that game.
That's not the VR one that I played.
There is a VR version of it. Yeah. No, you did play that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The one where you were slapping the nuke and then blowing up everything. Yeah.
Oh
wow.
Yeah, I had to change out the heart.
Slapping the nuke.
I can tell you, it did not go well.
Those games are too much fun. I love dumb simulation games like that, like Hand Simulator. Oh. So before we wrap up, what does everybody feel about the console reveal? About the PlayStation, the actual console reveal?
I actually think it's pretty cool. You know,
fuck. That system looks dope. I can't wait to get it.
Yeah, at least it looks like actual technology rather than like an inanimate object like a mini fridge or something. You know, looks futuristic.
Well, I've had someone say it looks like a router. So,
I said that. It
at
looks
least
like
it's
a modem.
like technology. At least it's something electronic.
I mean, how's a mini fridge not a technology? I mean, before we just had regular size refrigerators. So
because you put drinks in it. Like you can't
It's still
run the internet off of
it's
it.
still technology.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is that
it's-
technology?
Yeah, it's still technology.
I guess.
I mean,
I guess
before
I don't-
refrigeration, we didn't.
I look at it
have-
like as an appliance and not. I guess it's technically technology.
Well, now appliances do have modern technology in them. You have refrigerators
Man,
that you
they're
can
getting
just.
way too damn smart.
Well, you have refrigerators you can look inside of them without opening them and write your grocery list on them and stuff like
I
that.
don't know. That's nuts.
I have one issue with the system, and it's the same issue that I have with the console. I wish the colors were reversed.
Yeah, I was surprised they
Yeah.
didn't go black this time for the consoles itself.
Yeah.
I do not like the idea of the white consoles. It's going to get way too dirty. I had a white 360, and that got dirty very quickly,
What
and it's
hell?
very
What
visible.
the
Why are you
hell
having
you
a
doing
dirty
with your console?
What are you doing with your console? Wipe it down once a week like I do.
Wipe me down.
I think
Don't you
I think they went with the I
deal
think
with
they
what
went
I
with the
do
white
with my
exterior.
consoles.
Yeah, I think they went with the
that
white
way.
exterior because of the graphics update that we got in the New Horizon game. So when you're just sitting on your couch and then you just all over your console, the white exterior, you ain't gonna see it. You ain't even know. Ain't nobody gonna know.
It's gonna dry, Moose. It's not gonna stay white
There's
and wet
a
forever.
difference between white and pearlescent.
Yes. It's not gonna stay the same.
know.
And I thought there was a version that was a black. It was a. I know there was a
It's not-
Spider-Man version, but I
that's
thought there
not
was
a-
another version.
I
That's
mean,
not
the
an
original
official.
PlayStation was gray, and they had a PS1 that was white.
Those were fan made designs. They were not official PlayStation designs.
Mhm.
Those bastards.
I was excited about that black and red one for Miles.
Oh yeah,
me
that
too.
one is not real, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Damn it, man.
Great.
I'm sorry to break your heart, but it's
Yeah,
it's
I don't
not.
know why people were posting that. Like, I saw a couple friends post that, and then I tried Googling it. I'm like, there's nothing anywhere about this. What are you talking about?
Thought the internet
Yeah.
never lies.
Speaking of amazing things that are not real, our last session on Friday with D&D was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
We had some really good times there.
Is that what you want to call it? You want to call it amazing? Because I call
mean,
it
it might
fucking
die.
stress
I do.
inducing.
I
We
do.
did not die.
all the combat? We did all that combat and we didn't die. I thought for sure that we were just dead from the get-go.
Oh, we were close.
I was
We-
I was really expecting my plan to go a very different way, and it went very south very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, rolls
Pretty
kind of
phenomenal.
make or break you in that game, and like just tossing a health potion not that far.
Just
But
tossing a health
unfortunately-
potion a measly 40 feet.
Yeah, apparently not so easy. Also catching a health potion.
Catching a health potion. Yes.
Right?
When you could have just mage handed the damn thing across the damn gap, you could have just sent it to him with your little wizard hand, and then everything would have been okay. But no, you're like, I'm gonna throw it.
We had to make we had to make haste. There's a dire need.
Mage hand. There was no time.
There's a dire need.
I would have had to say mage hand 10 times or something.
So if you guys don't catch our D&D streams, they are a wonderful time.
They're definitely something.
Our party is going through a lot of hell, and we only have more to look forward to because
You can watch the VODs in our video section if you
Yes.
haven't caught up. But get caught up because there's another session coming this Friday, right?
Right?
Yep.
So we're gonna be doing another D&D session this Friday to make up for the one that we missed, and it's gonna be a blast. Hopefully we're not gonna die, but
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Austin makes a great story for us. I really love his storytelling. It's pretty good. Him as Dark is like one of my favorite things.
Join us
Yeah.
to see if we
Fingers
survive.
crossed with my 2 health.
Yeah, absolutely. There's one surefire way to make sure that we won't die, and that is subscribe to the channel. It's easy.
Yeah, it's just
There
that
you
easy.
go.
Just put money in. It makes everything work. All right.
Money makes everything work.
Absolutely.
It just does.
It just
So
does.
and then of course we'll be here on Wednesday. Do we have a game plan for Wednesday?
we're gonna do some more survival boys. That's some
Survival
more-
Boys.
I got the
Aw.
survival boys.
So join
Is it
Jono
like the Lost
and
Boys?
Moose
Yeah,
and
exactly.
possibly myself, Lat, and others. If it works out. Wednesday for that stream. What time you guys usually start around like 8?
Around 9.
Around 9,
9
yeah.
Eastern.
Yeah.
Then and then we'll be again Friday starts at 8 Eastern, and then of course next Sunday catch us for another wonderful podcast. If you want to watch any of the other podcasts, I've had a lot of people actually ask me this week for some reason. Do you guys catalog your podcasts? You damn right we do.
Yeah.
They're on Apple, they're on Deezer, they're on our website, remnantgamers.com.
They're on Spotify. Everyone these days has Spotify pretty much. And it's on Spotify. It's on Google Play podcast things.
The audio portion
Everything.
Yeah.
you can catch the video uploaded to YouTube at Remnant Gamers.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And you can catch Moose uploaded to Pornhub.
Hey.
It's called Orange
Hey.
Oh,
Yes.
my bad. Orange YouTube.
Orange YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, catch us all there, and then of course on our individual channels, Jono Almighty,
Hi, John
We got-
Almighty.
Chibi_Serenade. We got the direct edition.
Oh, fuck.
If you want to watch Moose, he's going to be here on the Remnant Gamers channel, and then of course myself, Servo SRV0.
Are we all affiliates?
I've-
Like, I just thought about that. Are we all affiliates?
We
I believe so.
Right now?
we are.
I believe so, yeah.
And just to please Nobu and anyone else from my channel in the chat too, this Tuesday is the sub goal stream one. We are doing Tinder on stream. That's happening.
Oh God. Is that are you allowed to do that?
You know, I have to double check the TOS, but I'm pretty sure. We also hit
I don't see any reason why you couldn't.
we also hit the other TOS, or not the other TOS, the other fucking sub goal. So there will be a future Sailor Scout Jono stream happening.
Oh my.
That's
Look at that.
Oh,
two wonderful streams to look forward to.
Just in case you needed to know what my channel did. That's the shit that we do.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna be there for that Tinder.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Mine's not that cool.
Tomorrow night, Jack and I finally made it to Battle for Azeroth. So we're finally in the newest content, and I think I might be able to convince Jack to do some raids with me.
Oh shit!
We'll see how far it goes. But
That'd be fun.
now that we're getting closer to 120, it's going to be a lot easier to get people to join because a lot of people are already max level. So it should be interesting to see if we can put some groups together. But other than that, I'm doing challenges all week. Season 4 of Modern Warfare is here, so I've been grinding away and playing a lot of indie games. That Sea Salt, I'm gonna be playing a lot of that game. It's so good. It's so good.
Trying to beat
I
the division.
I haven't even unlocked any of the other gods yet, so I'm gonna put some time into that for sure.
I'm just so close to being in the division. Like, oh my God. I would I'm not even close, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, I would be like, I'll hop on and help you, Chibi, but I know you want to.
Oh my God, please. If you join the Legion of Dudes who jump on my fucking stream, they're like, here, can we help you? Can we jump in? Do you need help?
I thought you were going to be like, no, I want to finish it myself. I would do it myself.
I'm going to play my damn self. I mean, I appreciate the assistance. Like, I know you come from a good place, but
that's
Lord,
why I was like,
can
okay,
I not play this by myself? Damn.
That's why I said, I'll just let Chibi play it out on her own. So
all these white knighters, let us help you, milady. Please, let us help you level up.
That's not the place I was coming from. I was like, let's get this shit over with. Move on to Division 2. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I enjoy the universe by myself. Nah, I know they mean well, but I just think it's funnier. Like the amount of people who ask if they can help me, I'm like, do I look like I'm suffering? Like I'm struggling? I don't know. But no, I'm just trying to beat the division right now. So hopefully. And I'll probably do a poll for my next game. So we'll see. Because I have way too many.
Cool. All right.
I'm very, very intrigued to what's going to come about in our next session of Volcanoids as well. So y'all should tune in for that. I'm going to be supplying, just a kind of a teaser. I do fully plan on supplying Jono with as many grenades as he can carry just to see what happens, because I'm curious.
I am going to shout grenades as many times as I possibly can.
Can you just sing Bruno Mars's Grenade song? Like, just sing it through the whole thing?
Yeah, why not?
I gotta go.
It's like, hey, Jono, I'm building all this new stuff, and I just hear Kobe, 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 Kobe. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's right. I gave him like 80 grenades.
What happened last time is we were going to like go fight some robots, and then someone in chat was just like, hey, Jono, what do you have in your other hand there? And I was like, I have a grenade.
Yes.
I've watched that clip so many times now because I'm like, did I really do that? Oh my god. I was a little too murder happy.
You really went kind of off the deep end there. I was like, I'm glad I'm safe within these four walls.
Wow.
So that'll be the survival boys on Wednesday.
So
What you doing, Lat? What you doing?
I'm gonna have to get back to my Stranded Deep. And I found another game that I wanted to try, but I really want to put some time in Stranded Deep.
Sweet.
It's stranded.
It is.
Sounds deep.
Sounds deep.
It's stranded in my deep.
Oh yeah.
Butt snacks.
That's a Thursday stream, right there.
And I didn't even have to buy dinner.
I didn't say anything about that yet.
God damn it.
All right, guys.
Man.
Let's wait. What was it, John? You do it.
Hello, I'm Jono.
Oh.
No. Save Moose. Take us out.
Oh, you're right.
Things.
Oh my god, he was
Moose,
panicking.
take me
I love
out.
doing that to you.
Well, everyone in chat, you yourself have yearned for an outro. We yield to your yelling, and with yellow yogurt yakitori in hand, yeet love unto you all. It is 2020, you precious yearlings. Yank some yabos, because this is the year of the Yamburger Yelper. Yesterday was in the past. Yesterday is today. Yearn for more content. Yoink yabos, yodel like yuppies, and we have yoinked at our heartstrings, and we love you for it. Peace out, Cub Scouts. Mwah.
Yesterday. I love it.
You just delete us.
Yeet.
Every time it just gets better and better. Every time. Thank you guys. We love you, and we're out.
Love y'all.